Hello! Happy Monday! Happy Monday! May the crucifixion lamps light your way. Oh, sorry, that was... I don't know why I thought about that. I was so fucking happy about it. Duh, you're here with me. We're here to do fun things. We're gonna kill some freaking barbarians and use their bodies as lamps. I mean, what more about that is unhappy? Christ, that kind of is that kind of Monday? Well, I mean, it's not gonna be Christ in this case, because I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there. We're at 2 something BC. By that math, we are 200 years out from that. So it's more gonna be the Spaniards on a cross, which, I mean, no matter how you look at it, I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, look, I'm just going to say this. They're the only European nation that gets taken over by the Moors. So, I don't even feel bad for them. Oh, hello, wait a minute, hold on. Is it? Oh, no, that's Spain. Okay, I thought there was like an, well, whatever, doesn't matter. Christ was actually born around 73 BC. The last time I checked, he wasn't actually born... No, that's when he died. The death of Christ, I think, is when the 0 BC thing kicks in. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it was. Is the death of Christ was 0 BC. Sir. He wasn't 73, though.
Aye, Captain.
I'd have to go double check. I mean, you know, like many other things, you know, I'm not well versed on that part. Let's just put it that way. I couldn't tell you if, like, oh no, this is definitely the case. 0 is supposed to mark his birth. Okay, well, fair enough. And then there's the conspiracy of, hello, retrain all these guys, yeah. Then there's the conspiracy of, like, 400 years went missing because somebody wanted to do something else. The Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. Hey, look, man.
Aye, Captain.
Alright, so we're going to take that city in a little bit. Oh, Lord of Mercy. Oh, a merchant. Very good. Ooh, we can even build Principes. Can we build a spy? Give me a spy. I require a spy. Ooh, Samara is unhappy because they haven't gotten their taint sucked in a little bit. So let's see if we can fix that a little bit. And you know, sometimes it's what you need. 12 minutes in, and I get a notification. I mean, is it 12 minutes in? I mean, see, I would like to build an army worthy of conquering the world next to me, but I hold on, I gotta look something up, because I could have sworn that we could do Testudo. I gotta look this up. Of course, nobody's gonna let me actually just leave me that. Anyway, I'll deal with it later.
Sir.
How are you? How are you in this fine wonder? You are generating $0 per turn. You are useless to me right now, you son of a bitch. How is it this is 0? That's 111.
Securing resources.
How does that work? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. What is going on here? Oh, okay, that's bad. They are very unhappy.
Orders, General.
We're gonna move you next door. All right. Now, why are you so unhappy, though? What is making all these Romans so unhappy? Because they should not be unhappy.
Awaiting your
Why?
command.
What is it that's pissing you off
Awaiting your command.
so badly? 241
Securing
gold per
resources.
turn. There we go. 234 gold per turn. Nice, nice.
Awaiting your command.
All I need is something. The only thing that would be better is if it was 69. He. Sorry, that's bad. Generating 6 gold per turn. Move you over here. That's 52 gold per turn. Very nice. Very nice. We are going to, we're gonna be so amazing. We're gonna be so good. Triarii. There we go. There's some Triarii. Hello. Can I build Triarii? I mean, you're my military settlement. How do I not build Triarii here? But you can. How does that work out? Well, you will be able to in just a minute. Because we would... oh god. My faction leader has been chilling out here for years. But don't worry. This weirdo looking dude is 16 years old. He's already lost his hair, which is not a good sign. Actually, I take it back. That's actually not a bad sign. At 16 years old, if you're losing your hair, what is it? I believe a doctor once told me that virility and hair loss are almost completely linked. So if you have lost your hair at a young age, it means you should be careful what you nut in. You just might end up with the baby. Oh man. The weird conversations that doctors have with you.
Orders.
Alright, let's see here. Now, my hair didn't betray me until my early 30s. Well, you know. Give it time, sir. Give it time. Eventually it all turns against you. Now, do I have a filthy, freaking, disgusting... I still have most of it. Ew. Absolutely wretched abomination that is... Ugh. Now I'm going to be like the Japanese ninja. Population growth, public order bonus to happiness. There we go. And Lugdenum. Hopefully that little shrine I'm building to whoever is going to be good enough. See, I got little spots of gray coming in on the sides. Too much stress. Eventually it'll come and get me. I'll probably be gray in my 50s. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like, I used to think that it was like, oh man, that's the sign of being old. Now I'm just like, whatever. Like, as long as it's not like my dad, whose hair like turned white. You know, like gray is fine, but like white is like, ugh. I don't know about that. But my dad's gotten like, I don't know why, but when I was a kid, my dad's hair was white, and then it turned into like pepper. So now it's like white and like dark. And I'm like, how does this work? Mine is probably going to be a mix of white and gray. And I've seen some people whose like hair is just white. Like it's creepy white. I was like, dude, how is that possible? How do you do that? Like, how is it that it's that white? Alright, let's see here. Why do I keep retraining the same freaking unit? Oof, they're not doing too good. Now, the next main goal is I need to get an army over there to do some damage. So let's do some archers. Actually, hold on, let's do... who can build archers? Can y'all build archers? No. Can you build archers? No. Oh, I have an assassin. Can you build archers? Yes, you can. Okay, so I'm going to throw archers up here. Let's drop those down. What can you build? Let's get some cavalry up in here. Get some of those in there. Segestica. Let's get some roads up in here. Going to go for BVI. No worries, man. No worries. I mean, right now we're just going to be running around doing silly stuff. Let's do some happiness stuff here. You're getting stuff. Nope, you don't need to build anything. Oh, jeez. Okay, why are you so angry? Jeez, why are you so pissed off? Good lord. 3 turns. 3 turns. Population growth, the public order bonus to 10%. No, let's do that one. We need a 10% bonus. Good lord, that's nasty.
Yes, master. Moving.
Hello, we have another settlement up there. Now, you gentlemen. Oh, this will be fun. Oh yeah, this will be fun. This will be lots of... They're Dutch. Oh god. Oh god, no. Now... maybe it's just me, but I remember the game going by faster. But maybe it's just me. Actually, no, I take it back. No. I could have sworn that by the time that I usually had conquered, like, far-off places...
The omens have been...
like, you know, like, usually, at least when I was a kid, I wasn't good enough at this game to actually do the kind of damage that I'm doing here. But that was also because I didn't have the, I wasn't as good at this game as I am now. I didn't cheat the AI as much as I do now. I cheese the AI now because it's funny. Like, where I'll just sit there and form defensive lines in, like, my own defense, in my village, and I'll just use my, I'll just use the mechanics of basically hitting people with spears over and over and over again. I'm gonna move you guys over here.
Our soldiers have reached the gates with a battering ram. Our
Move you guys
soldiers
over
are
this
at the
way.
walls. Now they must batter a way through.
Yep. Smack, 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 smack. Man, those gates are getting beat harder than Rihanna.
Down.
Sorry.
Our battering ram has done its work. Waiting for orders.
Now, fire at will. Where's the fire at will button? Whee! There you go. There you go. Perfect. Now, they do have those barbarian warlords, which are kind of nasty. Put those on there. And let's get you to go forward a little bit.
Our soldiers have captured the walls.
There we
Now's the
go.
time to press on and capture this place.
There you go. Just go ahead and just attack them.
Roman military engineering triumphs once more. The walls are down.
I mean, all we did
Order
really
men
do
on
is
to
just
victory.
kill off the, or just break down some wooden palisades. I mean, see, and that's one of the things that's missing in modern Total Wars. They don't have, like, the small villages anymore, and if they do, they're overly easy to beat. Like, I like the fact that these villages are pretty nasty. Like, you actually have to think them through. You know, even this little fight can turn against me really quickly if you do it right. Like, there is no such thing as a foolproof strategy. I've always liked that about these kinds of games. Is that, yeah, like, you know, obviously playing as Rome, you're playing on easy mode, and I get that. I know that. That and playing as Greece. Playing as Greece, you're kind of playing on easy mode, and that's fine. I don't mind that. But Greece is hard to beat, so you kind of earn your right to play on easy mode. Whereas the Romans, of course, like, that makes sense. The game is about Rome. Like, you should get them off the bat. Let's move you over there. Let's move you over there. Let's move you here, right here. But I never understood I still don't understand a lot of the changes they make to the actual, like, the campaigns in the new games. I just don't get it. I don't see what the goal is. Like, it's supposed to make for faster gameplay, but, you know, I just don't see how it speeds it up enough for me to care. I don't mind the slow grind, because the thing I'm doing is not the campaign map. I like to do the battles. And once they made the battles go by, or I'm sorry, once they made the campaign map go by super fast, and the battles less interesting, I don't know. I just found it less appealing to play the battles. Go get him! Charge in! Whee! Kill them!
The enemy general flees.
Good.
Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too. The gods be praised.
Nice.
The enemy general is dead.
Screw you and your goddamn
His men
chariots.
know their doom approaches.
Get him. We'll just go charging in. I mean, this at this point that's over. Like that the part of us trying to get rid of him, that's all over. Oh no! Well, that guy's dead. Oh well. I see, that's the problem. I didn't pay attention enough, and that's what I got. That was my just reward for not paying enough attention. See? Because that wouldn't happen in modern Total War games. I would have just, he'd have been fine, because I'd have been able to get people in position before he actually got hurt. Now, I've heard that Total War Pharaoh is better now, and I don't believe it. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. Let's see. You did kill a Roman general, so, like, enslavement is probably the best I can do for you. I've heard, yeah, so I've heard that the Total War Pharaohs, which is now Total War Dynasty, because they have this thing where they just change the name to rebrand it because it was so bad. That was interesting. That was very interesting, because Total War Pharaoh is not a game that I saw and went, wow, that looks good. No, it looked like garbage. It looked like trash. It still looks like trash. And even if I've seen people play it, and they go, no, 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 it's better now. And I'm like, this still looks like garbage. This looks like hot garbage. Like, you dance it up any way you want to. It looks like hot garbage. Oh, yeah, no, but they added some mechanics that make it better. It's still garbage. Like, they're doing things like, hey, we added a marriage mechanic. And I was like, you mean stuff that you've had since the beginning? And yeah, like, you can refine it, but how about adding it in? Oh, good job. You've added something back in that you've had since the beginning. Like, even right now, even in this game, you've had a marriage mechanic. In Medieval 1, you had a marriage mechanic. Granted, yes, it was very primitive and very simple, but it wasn't bad, right?
Your Honor, no.
Let's see here. Senate mission failure. How are the Brutii in better standing than me? That doesn't make sense. But like they always had those mechanics in there, and they strip them out and then put them back in, and then go, look, we've added something. This means we're doing like we're innovating, and it's like, dude, yeah, you're innovating in a way that like, okay, when Apple says they made a charger, you mean the Crucifixion lamps were not included in the yearly infrastructure package? Oh no, they're not. That's infrastructure package plus. Those don't come naturally. We have to actually go find the slaves, and then we have to torture them, then crucify them, and then light them on fire. But sometimes, if you want to add pitch to kind of keep them burning longer, that's an extra 2 denarii a year. How are you, Amaka? How you doing, bud? I'm going to complain a little bit about Total War tonight. Not this one, though. My only complaint for this one is that the UI is... I don't like the UI too much. I like the old version UI, and I wish there was a way to turn it back on. But, you know what, overall it's good. Dispatch the slave to keep the dead slaves burning. Exactly, yeah, exactly. See, you understand how this works. See, what's funny is that even in Rome, there was actually an argument of... Because Romans had this philosophical argument they were constantly going back and forth on, which is that, yes, you could own slaves, but you had a responsibility to take care of them. And this is always a funny thing that most people kind of don't really look at when it comes down to the slave trade. There were nations who were really brutal to their slaves. Rome was definitely one of them. But Rome also had the argument like, no, you shouldn't just be allowed to like starve your slave, right? So there was that argument that was happening in Rome, even in the ancient days, where they said, you know, hey, should I be able to... Yeah, so there were rules that if you didn't take care of them, you would lose your slaves. In some cases, yes. Now, this is the fun part where I would say... You got to be careful, because in many cases, yes. In some cases, no. It all depended upon who you knew and who you were. But yeah, no. In many cases, yeah, like you couldn't just starve your slave and then beat them until they died if they didn't work for you. Like you could punish them, you had complete rule over them, but they were still people. They were smart enough to know if you had a bunch of ragged people living in close quarters, you will get an outbreak. See, that's what the bread and games were for. That's what the circus was for, or what they would call the circus, is to make sure that those people did not end up murdering the people that they ruled over, because that's usually bad. Usually, like they learned their lesson after Spartacus. Spartacus taught them a very valuable lesson, and Spartacus, if I'm not mistaken, was the last major like slave rebellion. Because yeah, if you're, I think the uprising of Spartacus, if I'm not mistaken, brought out the idea that if one slave rebelled in your house, every single slave was put to death horribly, and that pretty much stopped all the slave rebellions. And I wonder why that was. Let's get ourselves a blacksmith up here. Let's build some of these. Now the big question is, can I take some of these guys with me? How pissed off will these guys... Oh, they're pissed off. Still pissed off, okay.
Imperator, General.
They're less pissed off. Okay, very good. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's see. Can I take some of these guys with me? Not really. Let's merge these.
General, Imperator. Orders. General. General.
Move you guys there.
Your Honor. Spying.
There we go. Oh yeah, I could take them. Oh jeez. Okay, maybe I can't take them. But yeah, they were smart enough to realize that you can't just you have to have some kind of rules on certain things. Just from the logic of it. You can't treat people like garbage nonstop and then expect nothing bad to happen. Like, you can get away with it for a long time, but you can't do it indefinitely. There will eventually come a point where there will be a problem that you must deal with. And on a philosophical note, though, you can kind of see the argument. It's almost like the libertarian argument, yeah, like where you go, well, yeah, but it's mine. I should be able to do with it what I want. It's like, well, yeah, but the pragmatic argument is that, like, if all you do is just burn shit nonstop in your own property, yes, you're allowed to do that, but there's a certain point where you're like, dude, can you please just stop? Like, this is going to cause a problem. You know, like, you can't just constantly cause problems or just be a selfish prick nonstop and expect everyone else to just go, yeah, no, there's no problem with this. Like, you can't do that. People are not things. You cannot treat people like things nonstop. Now, notice how I say nonstop. You can do it for a while. You can't do it forever. And you should not aspire to do them at all. But, again, just from a pragmatic standpoint, you should not be aspiring to do that nonstop. Because, I mean, look, there were some slaves that had to do some pretty crappy jobs. One of the worst ones was the public baths. Oh, God. The public bathhouses were just special. They were special.
Ready to sail.
As a matter of fact, in the Middle Ages, now, they had very intricate heating systems, even in Rome, but it was... Oh, boy. They would stick people underground. And, hold on, somebody die? Oh, you did it there. Linen cleaning and foolery. Linen cleaning? Linen cleaning? Linen cleaning. Maybe I don't know how that happened, because linen cleaning, I would imagine, is just washing it. So, what did they do? I'm not familiar with the term foolery. I gotta look it up now. They used vats of piss to do it. The plates that works were fulling of cloth, possibly with probably wool to make clothing. Usually first to appear. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't, like, as far as I know, and yeah, the urine will definitely do a lot of that stuff, but as far as I know, and people had to jump in to get, in it to get everything settled out, like wine pressing. Okay, fair enough, yeah. But, I mean, like, hell, they use cat urine in, like, which, who's it's, oh, hold on, can I take them out?
Prepare for battle. Begin the siege.
I may not be able to do this.
Settlement under siege, sir.
That army might be a problem. Might be. Might being the key words there.
Set sail.
But no, if you were in the public bathhouses, they would use heating methods for the water to make it nice and warm. So what they would do is they'd actually heat up the water via, like, coal fires. And those coal fires would be underneath the place. Well, how would you do that? You had to have slaves under there in the dark, shoveling coal into a freaking furnace underground. Good lord. That's terrible. It's so awful. It's just absolutely awful. And imagine being a slave that's like, no, your job is to go down there and you're just gonna die down there. Like, that's it. There's no way around it. You're just gonna die down there. Like, you are going to die. That's one of those things that I think I would be really disappointed in, is the fact that, yeah, no, you're a slave. What do? I work in there for 12 hours a day, just heating these stupid baths up in a coal mine, not even a coal mine, a coal furnace, blistering hot, non-stop, so these douchebags above me could take a warm bath. Like, it's just like, wow. I'm talking about resentment and hatred. I'd be freaking furious. Alright, let's see here.
General,
I need to move you over yonder. Build one
come.
here.
Move out.
Build one here. Yeah, I forgot about the whole, like, the urine thing. I forgot about that.
General.
But on a side note, like, you know, violin strings and whatnot, that's I think that still is treated with urine, like cat urine. There's something about cat urine that treats that stuff. I don't know what it is. And how are you today? I'm gonna cut you. Trade income bonus 40%, population. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's see here. Cavalry, Auxilia, Equites, Roman archers, ballistas. Now they're okay, but you guys, you need the amphitheater. Let's do that. Stadi, Principes, Triaria. Ooh, a hippodrome. Wait, what the hell? Pigs? Incendiary pigs. Incendiary pigs! With the, well, the answer is obviously we want incendiary pigs. Why would you not want incendiary pigs? I'm going to set pigs on fire. For Rome. I'm going to set so many pigs on fire for Rome. For the sake of Rome, these pigs must burn. It is not because I desire them to burn. It is not my choice. It is not by choice that they must be burned. It is just the fact that they must be burned. Which is another horrifying thing that people would do in like, ancient times. Set people and things on fire and just let it go out. Just let it play out. So I got another army on the way. I need to make another army, though. There's that. I need to make some Principes. Or more Principes. I can't make any more Principes. Inactive Diplomat. How... Oh, not that.
Your Honor.
I need to move you guys way over there.
Delay.
There we go.
No more moves.
But anyway, so Total War Pharaoh. When I first saw it, it looked garbage. It looked like every other freaking piece of trash that Creative Assembly's released in the past few years. I'm sorry, I've had people try to recommend Total War 3 Kingdoms to me. I think Total War Warhammer has left such a nasty, awful, disgusting taste in my mouth. I just
Let us end the bloodshed.
I will cease fire. Yeah, I will give you trade rights, and you will give me a region. You'll give me this.
Regretfully, we
Then
must
the
decline.
answer is no. I think that Total War Warhammer has left just such an awful freaking taste in my mouth. And the thing is that I want to like Total War Warhammer so much. And I get that there's going to be pieces of the game that just don't really fit or work in a standard Total War game. One of them being like, you know, marriages and whatnot. And I get that. Obviously, that's not going to work. That's fine. Like, I don't need the political intrigue that I get everywhere else. It can be a simpler game. It's just, I don't like the combat. That's all it comes down to. Like, the sieges and whatnot are boring. The sieges are so freaking boring. And that's one of the things I play Total War games for, is the sieges. It's the dramatic sieges. Even if they're not the most incredible things ever, I like the siege part of it. Uh-oh. Looks like Capua is on fire. Oh, well, what the hell? Why are you so unhappy, guys? What did I do to you? But I see... Let's see. Can I move you? Yeah, I'm gonna move you over here. That's where I want to drop you guys. Hello. Look, we have friends. Well, that seems foolish. In the meantime, let's get some more money in. Let's make sure everybody's building something. Oh wow, they're not even bothering right now. So, okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's take them out. I got 4 sets of archers. Oh hell yeah, we're doing this. But Total War Pharaoh is one of those games that I look at and I go, there's so much potential here. And they even do like the entire Bronze Age. They have like the Sea Peoples, the Hittites, the is it Amalekites. They've got a lot of different groups that I think would be very interesting. And I would like to see what they have for them. But I just look at what they have and I just can't just... I was like, why would I want it? Like, why would I want to play this? It looks boring. And maybe I'm just not giving it the... I'm not giving it a fair shake, which is a possibility. You know, but I look at it and I'm like, wow, it just doesn't look like it's anything interesting out of it. It looks like it suffers from the exact same problem as the rest. It looks like it suffers from the exact same problem as all the other Total Wars that have come out in the past probably 8 to 10 years. It's health pools, and I hate health pools in Total War. I like this version where everybody's got 1 hit point and that's it.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press on and capture this place.
Get him. Well, that's stupid. Let's get you guys up in here. Yeah, no, they're just gonna butcher these guys. Yeah, I'll lose a couple of them, but they're gonna lose a lot of guys. Yep, that sounds about right. Whee! Now we're gonna sit our archers back over here. Just gonna march all of our guys all around. There we go. Very nice. Move you in here. Let our archers come in and do some damage here. There we go. There we go. There you go. Just get pelted by archers. You'll be fine. Yeah, they're gonna... Until I get Triaria, they're gonna butcher me.
The enemy king now shows his true colors as he runs from the battle.
That's fine. Move you boys right up here. Take my archers, put them right here. There we go. And just speed this up again. There we go. Yes. Let's move you guys up. See, this is the best part. Just let your archers do all the work. There we go. Who needs to actually get into a melee? Who needs to lose all these people if I can just hit them with little bows, you know? Oh look, you got nothing left. It's nice. Just pelt them until they're gone. And dead.
The king is fleeing. This is truly a great day for Rome. The enemy.
Hey, see, there you go. That's the best part of skirmishing. You don't have to do anything. Just let the enemy kill themselves. And we're gonna enslave everybody because we're just really nice about that. We could execute them all for being, well, them. All right, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna take care of this. Drop that. That's gone. We're gonna build ourselves a temple to Bacchus, Jupiter. Public order bonus to the law. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Why are you so unhappy? Why are you so unhappy? That doesn't make any sense. Culture penalty. What is making you so angry? Law happening. Unrest. Negative 70. Distance to capital. 60%. Okay, so I need to build like troopers. Yeah, you're gonna just be unhappy the entire time. There's really nothing I can do about that. I'm just gonna be stuck with really pissed off people for a bit, and there's really nothing I can do about it until I get more troops in there. And I don't really know how I don't know how I'm gonna handle that right now. I should have just exterminated the populace. What I should have done. The further away I get from Rome, the more I need to just execute people.
Forward, sir.
I'm just gonna. This is my first battle to auto resolve. I think I'm just gonna do that and knock them out.
Sir.
There we go. Get some more roads up in here,
Ready to stand.
as the Romans would say, up in here. Arretium is still happy. That's very good. But yeah, has anybody else seen anything about Total War? Oh, hello. Hi. Okay, why is everybody getting so pissed off? Unrest, -40. Culture penalty, -21.5. Did I forget to tear down their gods? Yep, I did. I forgot to tear down their gods. Okay, let's trash that. There we go. Did I forget to tear down any other gods here? Yeah, jeez. Okay, hold on. No. Just demolish. Yeah, I know you're probably unhappy, but that's fine. We are going to Romanize you like proper Romans. You're going to worship proper gods, okay? We're not going to sit here doing this namby-pamby, like, ancestor worship or whatever it is that you freaking just silly Celtic people do. We're going to do this like proper Roman citizens, okay? No more of this false god nonsense. I mean, the real religion doesn't come until later. It's fine. But for right now, we're going to do this kind of paganism. This kind of paganism is the proper paganism. Hello. Man, I forgot to do a bunch of these. It has just been so long since I've touched any of, like... It just feels like it's been so long since I've actually done anything like this. Because in the new games, it doesn't matter. Culture doesn't matter. Or, sorry, it quote-unquote matters, but not really. Now, everything else I don't really care about. Hello, let's drop this off. Trash that. Get some of that. Let's see. Yeah, we're not gonna deal with any more of your freaking disgusting, ridiculous, horrible, nightmare freaking fueled ancestor worship or anything else that you guys have in common. Anything else that you guys think that y'all should do because it's quote unquote the same way that the ancestors did or whatever. No one cares about that. Alright, Corelli. Can I build anything else out here? The answer is no. But might as well get a blacksmith out there. You never know. I don't think I'll need them for a while, but let's see what happens. Aha! What is this? The Parthians. Do we have a... Oh, no, we don't have anything out there. Let's give them... Let's see what... let's see what the map looks like.
Regretfully, we must decline.
Fine. I didn't want to work with y'all anyway. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. There we go. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can actually start researching the Gothic War, not the Gothic War. Yeah, the Gothic War. No, sorry, the Gothic War. Sorry, Gaelic War. Good Lord. Oh God, I'm tired. Like actually going back into looking into the Gaelic War. I'm finally getting to the point where my project is getting back in hand. Senate offices assigned. Oh, look at the old man. Finally gaining an office. Marcus the Gambler. Wow, I fell far. Holy crap. Do I have any missions right now from the, Do I have any open missions? I forget. How do I find that out? Settlements with agents. Do I have any missions? I forgot how I found that out. Where do I find that out? I forget. News. Trade increase. There we go. Blockade port. Okay, so that's way over there. Let's see. Where's my nearest... Right here. I can blockade a port. No problem. You got it. You got it, Rome. You want me to blockade a port? A port shall be blockaded. For you. Don't let anybody tell you I never gave you something, okay? Because the answer is of course I did. And we're gonna need some gods up in here. badly. Alright, now let's do some more trading posts.
Fleet ready.
Why are you in my way? Why are your disgusting, filthy, horrible, heathen boats in my way? That makes me very unhappy. Let's do that. Let's do aqueducts. Let's do that. Let's make sure that everybody's happy in my hometowns. My central towns. Let's make sure everybody's nice and happy. Let's get ourselves some more gods up in here. Let's keep praising the sun up in here. Now these guys, I forget. Is there a settlement over there? I don't remember. Can I even get over there? No, I cannot. Is there a settlement over here?
Secrecy.
Ow! Kitty, stop it! Freaking cat just decided to claw me in the side here. There's 48. 55.
Without delay.
Gold per turn, I'm making 55 denarii. I'll take it. I'll take it. But hey, at least these guys are happy now. These guys are very happy. I accept that. I accept your happiness. I deserve your happiness. I've only enslaved your families, and at least you don't have to deal with the public baths in Rome, okay? Just keep that in mind, guys. You could be working the public baths in Rome. Uh-oh. Let's drop this off. Don't need that anymore. Like I said, proper gods only. Can't let these foreigners have their gods, okay? I know that Augustus had the Pax Romana, but we can't allow that. That's not. It's beyond unacceptable. It's extremely unlikely. It's disgusting. Letting the peasants remain peasants is actually it's a sign of bad form on my part, okay? We can't allow them to maintain their peasant ways. We have to actually bring them up to our level, even if we must do so by force. Okay, now let's... Can I send anyone out there? And I may need a spy. Let's merge the remaining troops there. I've got another army going in there, but I think this is one of the last settlements right here. Except for maybe one like right there. So let's start building another army. Oh, don't have the money. Okay, let's finish this turn. But no, I'm really getting tired of Creative Assembly cutting crap out of their games and then adding it in after the fact and then going, hey, look, we innovated, we added a new feature to our game. It's like, yeah, no, you didn't. You simply cut it out of the game until later. And to be honest, like, you didn't even do a good job of it. It's kind of like the agents in the agents. It's the agent system in. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. The Greeks are still around. Holy crap. It's the agent system in Rome Total War 2, where they limited the number of agents you could have. Mithy, how you doing, you jab? Ah, living that dream, sir. Living that dream. We are conquering the Spaniards today because the Spanish really need to be taught their place in the world. And I'm complaining about Total War Pharaoh because I haven't bought it. I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, I just get annoyed by it.
Set sail.
I keep consistently getting. Is this their capital? It is their capital. Holy crap. Well, they're about to lose their capital. That's unfortunate for them. I get annoyed by it. Because it's not even the fact that they can't make good stuff. I can't say whether they can or can't anymore. What I can say is that back in the day, they used to have all these different mechanics in their games, and they were kind of, you know, aggressive about it. Now they cut crap out and then they add it back in and they go, look, we did something good. And it's like, no, you did the bare bones minimum and you didn't even do that on it's like watching a significant other like go, oh hey, I forgot the anniversary or forgot this, and I'm talking out of experience because I've totally done this. And then just kind of like, look, I've been busy, I don't want to deal with this right now. And it's just like, oh god. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. And I'm not gonna lie. It's not great. to be in that position, to put yourself in that position. But I've done it before. I've stupidly forgotten something and then tried to blow it off. It's not a good thing to do. But like that's what it feels like. Yeah, I hate that. It's completely obvious that base game content has been put behind a paywall. It's worse than that. It's that they don't even think that it's important. And so like base game mechanics, like in any Total War game, like marriage is usually a part of that. Now, to differing degrees, like classic Rome Total War, marriage isn't like a horrendously important feature. However, it is an important feature. Like it is part of the game. And they cut it out of the new Total War Pharaoh game up until recently, and I get so annoyed by that because why? It's not that complicated. I mean, well, I guess it is. They've made it better, but not by much. So what's the real like why? Just why? Why do they do that? And the answer is I don't know. I genuinely couldn't tell you the answer. Can I build Triarii now? I can build Triarii. Fantastic. I need some spearmins. I'm a cosmetic hoe, and it bugs me so much that cosmetics and customization locked behind base game achievements doesn't really happen anymore. See, that would be cool. I liked that. So you play the game, and then at a certain point, you get... Oh, like, I think Mass Effect was one of the first games or last games that I played that actually did this, where you had certain things locked behind a paywall. Or, sorry, a achievement wall. You could not get armor that was above, like, level 5 or 6 up until you beat the game. Once you beat the game, then you got better and bigger armor. And I think it went up to level 10. But that was it. You don't get that anymore. Because they just go, oh, we could just charge you more for it, instead of having you play the game longer. But then again, most people don't care if you play the game longer. The idea is that you'll play the game for 6 months, and then you'll put it down and never touch it again, which in my opinion is a terrible way to get a game, but if that's the way the market is, I can't really help that. I cannot stop people from putting games down, but I know for a fact that Rome Total War was a game that me and my friends played religiously for a very long time. Not that I got better at it, I just really enjoyed it.
Our fleet is under attack!
We're about even. Wait, do I have an army in here? I don't know if I do. Sorry. Hell yeah, clear victory. Oh boy.
Our fleet is under attack!
Well, bye. Also, devs nowadays can't make cool or nice looking cosmetics. They always have weird and have issues with the cool plate armor. That's asymmetrical, and one half is one color, the other half is another color. Well, that's weird. I don't know about that.
Fleet ready! Set sail!
I can't speak to that too much. I won't lie about that. But it is. I get annoyed. I get annoyed by a lot of modern game development problems. Cosmetics is one of them. Like, I'm okay with it to an extent, is locking some things behind a paywall, but there's lots of stuff that I just get like, dude, it's not really necessary. Why are you doing this? Let's build another one of those. Build this. We gotta pump up all of our lovely. Let's see, where is it? This is the stable, so let's get a stable in here that's Roman. Yeah, let's just kind of just queue a bunch of stuff up, because I know a lot of these places really need to have all this stuff changed over, because the culture penalties are not helping. Trading post. Again, I'm okay with certain things. Like, if your game is free, locking cosmetics behind a paywall makes sense. If your game is paid for, why are you locking stuff behind a paywall? That's always the part that gets me. So what did I hear about you using cat urine on yourself? Oh, yes, well, it's the best way to get attention, really. I go, Geisha, doesn't this turn you on? And then I just smother myself in cat urine. I rub it all over the place. Make sure it's right there in the grooves. MMO or RPG games that have operators, like, bro, I want to feel like my character is my... No. You have one of 4 templates. That's how you know it's yours, bud. That's how you know it's yours. There's one of 4 templates. That's how you know it's good. The one of four templates. Dude, I love the Battlefield thing where like you have the 4 operator classes, and I was like, you know, the funny thing about an operator is that usually means they're special forces or something. They're not you know, they're not just foot soldiers. They actually have a specialization. They're not grunts, whereas in Battlefield, it's just a bunch of grunts. A flash flood, you say? Well, that's gotta suck. I mean, there's like, there's mountains here, I guess. Is it mountains or hills? Those are hills. Oh well. Luckily for me, I don't care. But yeah, most modern stuff, I'm not a fan. Even like, let's look at Fable. Like, Fable, in my mind, went downhill in every single, like, version of the game. Fable 1 was fantastic. It was a very light RPG. I loved it. Then you had Fable 2. 2042 Operator's biggest problem was they no longer differentiated each class to the point of it didn't matter what you played. Well, that's another thing. That's another issue that kind of started with RPGs, is the idea that you have a character that doesn't have to have a class. It just does whatever it wants to do. Yeah, fine. There is no such thing. Oh, hello. A rebel settlement up here, huh? Jeez, I cannot catch a break. Let's get all these squared away. I'm just going to focus now on getting all this stuff done. I'm not even going to focus on armies for a little bit. Just get all this stuff queued up. Just to knock out the culture penalties I'm getting hit with. It's not a lot, but it's enough. Yes. My Triarii will be very beneficial in the long run. But, you know, they water things down to the point where, like you said, it doesn't matter what you play as because they're all the same. So what's the point? Like, if I'm going to play a support character who has access to the exact same weapons and abilities as somebody else, hey, 2042 Operators, just partitioning equipment more than it needs to be. Oh, you want to use the anti-air weapons so helicopters aren't an issue? Have fun using one of two kits with shit skills. Yeah, no. Like, the thing that I also find weird is that there's some games that understand what their audience is and understand what their target is, and they can they don't need to reinvent the wheel. Like Dynasty Warriors does this. Dynasty Warriors for years, like we're talking since I was in middle school, understood their core demographic and their game. That's it. It was the same game, barely updated graphics every single time. Like, all they did was allow you to put more stuff on the screen. Why? Because their graphics didn't increase, but the whole point of the game is I want to be able to, like, annihilate 100 people at a time. Well, back whenever it first came out, you could only do that with, like, 12 people at a time. But nowadays, you can have 100 low-res, relatively low poly, you know, little generic AI characters on screen. No problem. You can even have a few flashy ones on there, too. The goal is, okay, let's get a bunch of these dudes on the screen. Wait, I was at war with these people? I thought they were my vassal. Oh, no, this is Spain. I don't care about Spain. Spain, you can... you give me this. Here is this. You're going to give me a region. Give me this. And I'll give you map information. That's because Dynasty Wars is a Japanese-made game, and most of them still understand who their audience is.
Regretfully, we must decline.
It's a very sad thing. Capcom has lost the plot, though. Dynasty Warriors understands who its people are, yes, but I think it's more than that. I would like to say that it's more than that. At least I hope it is. It's just that they understand that it makes money. It's not going to make them rich. It's going to make them money, right? And so they just keep doing the safe bet that consistently makes them money, because it's low effort, and high reward. Now I will say this. The assault medic engineer marksman system was great. It already was a bit too limiting, but was okay. The operators are just bad. Same thing happened with Titanfall. They tried to make it like COD, and it was already better and completely different game style. See, that's the problem, though. They had something that was better and had a different game style, but corporate suit said, yeah, but Call of Duty is what everybody wants to play. And if everything is the same thing, then why would you play it? Monster Hunter World was amazing and beautiful. I feel like I got conned with Monster Hunter Rise. I've never played Monster Hunter at all,
And so it be.
so I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I've never played Monster Hunter.
Archers. Units.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. These dudes are screwed. They should have. They shouldn't have. They never should have strayed from the Battlefield formula 5 to 6 classes, which you could change out some weapons in, but they were always a type specific to the class. No, I agree.
Have reached the gates with a battering ram.
But you're asking for, you know, some kind of, you know, logical thinking.
The enemy gate is down. Our battering ram has done its work.
Fire at will. Units. Units. Drink of fire.
Oh wow, my leader is up here. That's interesting.
Forward. Drink of fire. Units.
Ooh, sucks to be these guys.
Equity. Destroy.
Dude, y'all are dead. Charge them!
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press
BF2
on
is still their
and capture
best
this
entry.
place.
Dude, I mean, was it Battlefront 2? What was it? What was that? What was the game called? I forget. It was Battlefield 2. Bad Company. Bad Company is still considered to be one of the best games ever. Like they added, what's crazy to me is that Bad Company 2 added a bunch of stuff to the game that they eventually remove. And that's the part that's the part that weirds me out, is like you added a bunch of cool stuff and then you got rid of it. Like you didn't use it again. And then like they'll keep selling stuff like, oh, but this title has this feature now. It's like, dude, you had that over a decade and a half ago. You used to have this. Where did it go? And it's like, oh yeah, no. The best feature of BC2 is the destructibility. Exactly. Like you had like hell. Was it Red Faction Guerrilla? Red Faction Guerrilla. I'm sorry. Yeah, Red Faction Guerrilla had destructible environments. So why is it that we like have such a hard time doing destructible environments now? Like not every game needs it, obviously, but like why is it now considered to be like, oh, but this is like a cool thing, dude? Like we had that so long ago, and we still can't pull it off now. So I'm just curious as to what changed. I mean, I would never would have imagined that games would get worse as in regards to features and functions.
These men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Like it's not even that the mechanics suck. It's just that the mechanics aren't there. Yeah, Monster Hunter games are kind of niche, but they teach you they teach you into the niche. The first game you play is a massive learning curve, but then you can jump into any of the other ones and have 60% of the tactical knowledge. Faction 1 had destructible environments. One of the, if not the first, if it should have been in every FPS since. No, it doesn't need to be in every single one of them. But it would be nice, like, right? Like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the idea that these games should be not feeding off each other, but they should be encouraging other studios to push their limit rather than just simply do the bare bones minimum. It's a weird thing. Yep, bye-bye.
This is a heroic.
You know, it's the same thing with the Total War series. Battlefield 4 was my one, but probably because it was basically the first one I played more than 20 hours. I mean, whenever I was younger, most Battlefield games I couldn't play because my internet sucked. I'm gonna exterminate them just to keep everybody happy. Dude, I'm getting too far from home. Yeah, I may have annihilated the population, but good lord, it is just so much effort to deal with that. It is just becoming simpler to just murder everybody and call it a day. Get me some proper Roma. Hello, Mr. Guns and Knives. Battlefield is dead for a decade now because DICE can't even steal copy correctly anymore. That is a damning statement that I agree with. How dare you say it? Another good one was Battlefield 20. Yeah, 2142 is a lot of fun. It was at the same time as Battlefield 2. Somebody forget it, but it was too fun to. Yeah, it was. I didn't necessarily like the way that you could only make one class or whatever. It's like if you chose the sniper class, you kind of got locked into your weapons. I didn't like that too much. I prefer the idea that hey, you play and then you unlock a tier of weapons. But other than that, I think they were pretty good. How are you, Mr. Guns and Knives or Mrs. Guns and Knives? I don't know. We are discussing video games and how they have collapsed and degraded over time rather than getting better. I was pissing and moaning about Total War Pharaoh, but then here we are. Let's see. Operation Locker Map with the Sage, with the Saga 12, 13 round banana clip, slug rounds, 52 and 2. Well, that's because, okay, first off, there was a time whenever they broke the living shit out of the Sega 12. The Sega 12 was just, like, the best weapon you could get in the game, where it just fired solid slugs that you couldn't see, and that was it. Let's do Principes for 41. Hey, for a time, I got these cheaper, so I don't know what that was about. Now. Ooh. Next level. Roads. We need roads. A P90 times frag for the win. See, I never played OG Modern Warfare on the map with the pig tank. I pulled a 120 out of 10. Oh yeah, I know. It was cheap as fuck, but man, it was fun. See, I haven't played competitive like games like that in forever. I don't like them anymore. I just don't. I hate to say it. It's not my thing anymore. I'm not against playing them. It's just that I'm not gonna play them like I used to. Can't anymore. No, seriously, I can't. I mean, I played Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and 3, and me and my friends dumped hours, if not days. There's kids that haven't gotten to school for 5 years with 11,000 hours in Warzone. Why? Warzone does not look that good to me. MK3A1 and BF2 was the... Oh, Mark 3A1. Like, I just don't see, like, what the appeal is in the grand scheme. But I would love to see Battlefield 2142 come back. And I think 2042 is supposed to be kind of like the, hey, let's dip our toes in the water. But they didn't really go in. They just said, well, let's... Anyway, back to my point. There is an actual formula that you use. You don't need to change the formula all the time. You don't need to radically change the formula. Like, Call of Duty understands this. COD 4 Modern Warfare 2 is the best back in the day. Hell yeah! Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 2 are fantastic. And then EA jacked with Infinity Ward, and then Treyarch came in and had to finish Modern Warfare 3 and jacked up the story. Hell, even jacked up the way it looked. It was terrible. Like, the weakest of the games. And Call of Duty at least understands its demographic and what it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a tactical shooter. It is just a run and gun shooter. It's not meant to be slow paced or heavy. It's not Ready or Not. Ready or Not knows what it's supposed to be. It's not Call of Duty. Call of Duty knows what it's supposed to be. Titanfall was a very similar run and gun game, but not quite the same. And that's okay. You don't need to be Call of Duty. You don't need to be. Weakest of the games is the latest. Yeah, Modern Warfare 3. Oh, I believe it. I haven't played the remake version of it. Not the remaster, the remake. Yeah, I've never been a competitive PvP player. Battlefield and Halo. Battlefield, though, just felt less competitive and toxic. Not as tryhard when it was just like, oh, well, I got killed. Respawn instantly. Do your best. Find someone to take advantage of the war game. Get behind the enemy lines and take out a bunch of people. Battlefield is a team player game. Oops. Didn't mean to merge those. And if you've got a bunch of people that just focus on kills, you're not going to get anywhere. The original Team Fortress was great. I guess TF, Breath of Fresh Air, and then they went to COD of TF2. I've never played Team Fortress. Oh, Titanfall. I was about to say, I'm assuming that's what you meant. I have never played Titanfall. Not once. I remember when it first came out, people were super excited about it. I never really got behind it. that was around the time when I was going to school, and I could only have so much. I had only so much free time, so I had to kind of choose where I was going to spend my time. And spending it on something like Titanfall, I was like, oh, I'll get around to it eventually, and it just never happened. I didn't care enough. Titanfall 1 was beautiful. I believe you. I mean, everybody that I know of that's played it, I played Titanfall competitively and streamed. After about 9 months, their balance patches and new game modes kind of sucked. Again, like, know what your audience wants, and I think the important thing about that is that knowing what your audience wants, and as much as people, I would say, like, look, you can't always know. If people like what you're doing, you know, we live in a world now where that should not be hard for you to figure out. You know, like, just like the guys at Arrowhead Studios, they know what people like about their game, but they keep making it for the tryhards. Like, why? And maybe it's because they know the tryhards are going to be the ones that keep playing it 6, 8, 10, 12 months from now. But they kind of burned their own game to the ground. Sony didn't help. But they kind of burned their own game to the ground by constantly fidgeting with how the game works. And so you're constantly trying to figure out the new meta, rather than trying to make the game fun for everybody. And so instead of, like, instead of buffing other things, you just keep debuffing things. Which, you'd argue, does the same thing. It's like, well, kind of. It depends. But this is why I always say that Dynasty Warriors, up until the newest
Let
one,
us now talk reasonably.
understands what its core audience wants. It understands that having 32 players versus 120 AI is fun as fuck. Yes, it is. The only thing 2142 did that was worthwhile was the server custom setup portal thing. It was funny that everyone loved Angle City map so much that they tried to reduce how often we got the map. Then eventually they just made a 24/7 choice for that map, and in the Titanfall 2 they did the 24/7 Angle City map again. See, but why would you reduce the map? Shame is the game is dead and no one knows about that feature. Well, but, like, why would you think of this like old TV show reruns? I mean, everybody saw, like, the same 4 TV episodes of a show because everybody loved those episodes for some reason. And as much as you could sit there and say, yeah, but, you know, we wanted to watch something else, like, yeah, but everybody liked those episodes. I get it, but, like, everybody liked those episodes, so they're going to keep playing them. Like, why is that a complicated... why is that a complicated thing? To say, oh, no, everybody liked these episodes, we're gonna just keep playing these episodes. If everybody likes that map, why would you reduce the number of times you get that map? It's a simple question. And I don't think there's really an answer for it, because if they're going to be honest, the answer is, well, we want you to play other maps too. And it's like, no. Let people have fun. Let people have their fun. It's okay if... Alright, so there are some meals that Geisha makes that are really good. There are some not so good. It's not that I don't like those other... It's not like I don't... it's not that I don't like those other meals. It's just that I do prefer other ones. I do prefer these. And so when she like tonight, when she makes, like, some beef stew, I really enjoyed it. When she makes fettuccine, I really enjoy it. Grilled chicken, great, fine. I prefer the beef stew. I like that stuff. But I don't dislike the other stuff. And there are some meals here and there that I've not really enjoyed. I'm going to tell her to make you natto. Natto? Natto. I don't know what that is, but it sounds very non-American, and it sounds very heretical, and I'll have nothing to do with it. Fermented... Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. No. Not only no, just no. I don't know why Japanese eat that stuff. I don't know either, which is why the answer is no. Yeah, they were trying to prevent the narrative from going bad. Oh, all the maps are shit, but this one. Well, but that's not a narrative. Like, it's not saying that all of them are garbage, but that one. It's just that, just say, you know, people prefer this one. And it's, look, if people don't like a map, that's okay. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, and anybody who tells you otherwise is retarded. It's like, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, I think they're trying to make their shareholders happy instead of the players happy. Shareholders demand more profits, which makes games companies make their games appeal to as wide of an audience as possible, instead of having one game targeted one type of gamers and another game targeted another type of gamers. But see, that's retarded. Like, it had the most complexity and intermingling mobility routes. I agree with what you're saying. I don't agree with the sentiment, because as somebody who invests money in things that they like, if they said, look, our goal is to make a game that appeals to the widest audience, I would get really skeptical, because I'm not retarded and I play video games. So, you know, if I'm like, I want to make a strategy game that appeals to Call of Duty players, I would say, why? Like, it's almost as if people think that modern investors are just really stupid. You know, maybe 20 years ago that was an argument, but nowadays I don't think that's the argument anymore. I mean, I don't know a single person nowadays, adult or child, that doesn't play video games. So why would you think that making your game appeal to everyone is a good idea? Like, on paper, this sounds fantastic. Game developers seem to want to design games for their noisy shareholders or loudmouths on Twitter instead of targeting their audience and selling more. I don't think it's shareholders. Maybe some old-timey boomers maybe wouldn't understand that, but if I went to somebody and said, hey, do you like playing golf? And they go, well, yeah, I love playing golf with my friends. I'll say, okay, well, what if we add some baseball elements into golf? And they would go, well, that sounds stupid. Why would I do that? I would say, yeah, but that's what you're asking for. Like, you're asking us to add baseball into golf. Like, it doesn't work. They're pushing this shit and trying to get the devs to do it too. Well, they're not trying to. They're succeeding. And so I don't really buy the idea that it's the shareholders. Maybe like asset holding companies like BlackRock and Vanguard and places like that. Like, maybe they are more kind of in that realm. But a standard shareholder, unless they're like 80, I don't think they. And even then, if they're 80, they don't care. At this point, they've made their money. This is just where they're holding their money now. That's it. They're not actually doing anything with it. Like, nobody's going to pull out money if they're investing into your game development company. They're not caring about a lot of the other stuff. That time of their life is over. And all the younger guys, they already know they play video games. If they said, hey, I want to add a shooter element to my strategy game, you can do it. I don't believe there are bad ideas. I do believe there's bad execution, and some things work better than others. Just right off the bat. Uh-oh. But yeah, Battlefield 2042 Portal Custom Games is a bit funny to me because immediately there was a bot farming for weapon unlocks. Get 200 headshots to this weapon unlock scope. Goes and farms 200 bot headshots on player versus bot farming server called bot farming. See, I never played that. I played the game for real, and I always got my ass kicked. So, you know, there you go. I was one of the stupid people that never made it that far in that game. I enjoyed it, but I never got that far in it. And my internet sucked, so at the time whenever that game was around. But yeah, I don't accept the shareholder argument. Not anymore. It's as much as I hate to use the argument, it's 2024. It's true. It's 2024. Name me somebody who's got the money to invest and has never played a video game, and I guarantee you the answer is it's less than you might think. That's the new Battlefield. 2142. I was thinking 2142. Let's see. Let's trade out this one and this one and this one. That one, that one. Okay, very good. I'm just queuing up a bunch of buildings just to get them going. I'm trying to get the culture penalty. I'm trying to remove all those culture penalties that are killing me. I mean, their shareholders in that BlackRock and Vanguard are majority shareholders in a lot of these companies. Yeah, but they know that's true. Yeah, I can't argue with that too much, honestly. Yeah, like the shareholders over a lot of these companies are definitely going to be asset holding companies, which I think is disgusting and I hate it. To me, it's never made the argument more apparent to me that like there should be some kind of restrictions on that, but at the same time, I'm not a kind of person that likes restrictions, because then the first people making the restrictions are not going to do it for the benefit of anybody but themselves. Like, there's never going to be a good restriction on a company at this point. I don't believe in it. Okay, now we have a brand new army. We've got places to go and people to slay. Fair, sadly. It's absurd how much media that BlackRock and Vanguard are number 1 and number 2 in. Well, that was their goal, right? Their goal is to control it. So it only makes sense that they're going to be involved in everything. But what really gets me is the fact that you have... Like, let's look at the auto industry. The auto industry should have crashed hard. And a lot of the companies that kept buying and consolidating and consolidating and consolidating, like you got Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. There used to be like 4 different separate companies. Now they're all the same company. And then you've got like Pontiac and all the other ones that like they've all been 2008 should have let them fucking fail. You know, you're right. They should have, because it would have made the car industry more consumer friendly. It would have forced the industry to actually change their business practices rather than simply keep doing what they're doing. Now, their manufacturing processes may have changed. There's a lot of stuff that may have gotten better from it. I do agree to that. Like, I mean, even Ford has benefited from it. Like, the bailouts actually helped Ford a lot. But it helped them because it forced them to get rid of a lot of their really crappy practices. The Japanese Assassin's Creed is a hilarious dumpster fire. That's a whole nother ball game, because even in Japan, you've got the Japanese government looking into legal action. I've never seen a video game cause an actual like legitimate international crisis, but I'll take it. That's hilarious. Let's see. People are complaining to like 6 different government bodies now. Oh yeah, no. Well, because the Japanese, they like their stuff. They really like their country. And they don't think it should be treated like trash. This is one of the things that I think a lot of people, you know, maybe misunderstand about Japan, is that most Japanese people say, no, Japan is pretty cool. We like it. They're not really in the mood to like have their stuff torn down. They actually like the people that have lived there. They like their history, warts and all. So yeah, no, it makes sense that they don't like it whenever somebody comes in and says, yeah, this black guy is one of you. By the way, hate to break it to you, Japanese people are not exactly the most culturally tolerant of people. They really have a hard time with it. So, you know, just FYI. They're not exactly what I would consider to be bastions of progressivism. Ironically, their government is you know, relatively authoritarian, but their people are not exactly high on that bandwagon. You know, yeah, you've got the Japanese government preparing for litigation, but then also you have the government bodies saying fictional history doesn't concern us because it's idiotic works of fiction. Yeah, but they're claiming that person is their argument is that Yasuke was a samurai. Not in their world, in the real world. And that's where they're having the problem. That's their issue. They are claiming a statement of fact. And that's the part. The concept of respect and honoring their ancestors is a big part of Japanese culture. Yes, and whenever you start insulting them, like saying, hey, this person who is basically a slave was a samurai, it's like, no, being a samurai required a lifetime of dedication, allegedly. And, oh, well, a lot of tyrannical, you know, crap. But that's another story. Very polarizing, yes. Like, it's kind of like the old Kung Fu monks or whatever. Like, people think that you can just learn Kung Fu. And even, like, the modern masters are, like, masters of Kung Fu. It's like, no, these are children that would spend their entire lives learning this stuff. And they were very good at it. This is not something that you just learn in a few summers. It all started from some white leftist who wrote a fictional book in which he left out this lie in the Japanese version. And then he started making a bunch of sock puppet accounts to rewrite the Wikipedia entry to push this narrative too. I don't know about that. I can't tell you much about that. Oh, hello. He's coming out to say hi. Oh, geez, okay. Thomas Lockerly, however you spell it. I don't even know, dude. But, like, so the number of samurai that are not Japanese are not that many, from my understanding. There's a couple of them. He was put on leave from his position at Japanese University after this shit came to light. That makes sense. Oh, drop these. Run, 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 run.
Move! Units! Units!
Alright, come on. Now fire, archers, fire! Get him! There you go. There you go. Just keep pelting him. There you go. Just get him massacred over and over and over again. There you go. Just punch him. Just punch him in the face. Punch him in the nose.
We're being attacked!
Get him.
Drink a bang! Drink a bang! Drink a bang!
Oof.
Equity!
Let's move you over here. I don't know why I chose the ones on the right. That was stupid.
Equity! Drink a bang! Equity! Quickly! Equity!
Time to break your neck on my spears. Yeah, Asuka is probably like one of the 2 black people in Japan during that time. He was an interesting oddity, but he had no family name, no lands, no title, no troops, retainers, no nothing.
Attack quickly!
He wasn't a samurai. There was a grand total of roughly 3 pages on the guy in Japanese history. Yeah, none of them involve him being a amazing warrior. Oh, jeez, I didn't even see those guys. Good lord. All right, now I might be in trouble. Well, when I thought that I was going to be able to do that, yeah, I'm in trouble.
Shame will be his forever. Your general runs away.
Yep, I'm in trouble. Bam! You better run. Yeah, I just got routed. I like the movie The Last Samurai, but I think it's kind of ridiculous that Tom Cruise's character spends a winter living and training with samurai and becomes the ultimate badass sword fighter, able to go toe-to-toe with other samurai who've been training their whole lives. I mean, yeah, well, it is a dramatization. Like, it's not supposed to be a historical documentary or anything like that. But there were European samurai. Like, that is something that happens. That is not something that is impossible. I forget one of the first ones, but I think that one of the first ones, I think it's the show Shogun actually has a European samurai. Yasuke was a slave that the Portuguese brought over. Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I'll admit, I got beaten here. Just straight up, I got beaten here. Yeah, Shogun was good. I haven't seen Shogun yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. It has been recommended to me multiple times at this point. And so I'm considering trying to watch it whenever my project is done. Once my project, yeah, but he was accustomed to fighting with sabers. Katanas have a different style. Yeah, so the wonderful thing about katanas is that you can't just hack and slash your way with that. Because after like 6 or 7 hits with it, you're kind of done. Like, that's it. You're kind of done using it as a sword at that point. It's more of a blunt object at that point. Mostly because of the soft metal and iron.
The
And
enemy general is slain,
there you go.
and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Oh, can I pull this from the fire? Oh, this would be so funny if I could pull this from the fire. That would be fantastic. I doubt it. Let's see if I can.
Archers! Attack!
This would be great if I could pull it from the fire just with my archers. No! End kind of felt rushed, though, like they found out they wouldn't have another season. Oh, that's sad. They are different, but much of sword fighting translates across different blades. I wasn't established what previous experience he had, so we can't treat his character like a rank newbie. See, this is why I prefer the mace and the maul. There is no such thing as a blunt maul or a blunt mace, because it is by definition a blunt instrument. See, if you get hit with a blunt, like, oh no, my maul is flat or whatever. It's, oh no, it's not. It's not flat. It's fine.
Destroy them! Hurry!
Warhammers for the win. See, but Warhammers aren't as cool as they make them look in like video games. Warhammers were just like, you know, they're basically just big maces. Halberds are also good.
Attack! Move! Move! Attack!
Here we go. Let's see if we can break him. Boom! Broke him. Nice. Oh, yeah. Ooh, halberds are sweet. Yeah, they are sweet. Oh, peasants. Okay, this will be easy. Come on, break him, break him, break him, break him, break him. Boom! Alright, hunt him down. Hunt him down. Hunt him down. Yeah, but halberds also weren't around to like the pike and shot arrow, so you have to keep that in mind too. Wow, y'all are way out there. Oh, jeez. Okay. Why are you not attacking these guys? Oh, hold on. Oh, could I cheese this? I could maybe cheese this. Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Get in there. I just have to make it in with you. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Get in there. 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 Get in. Get in. Oh, nailed it. Nice. Okay. Just finish these guys off. Just finish them off. And then all I gotta do is just take the center. Battle axes? It depends on the battle axe. Get in there. Go, 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 go. No, get in there. Come on. All I gotta do is get this. Come on, go, go, go. Go, no, go, go. What are you doing? Stop. What are you doing? Stop, go. What are you doing? Go. Good lord. Bam. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take care of that guy. Get him. Get him. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Okay, good, he's dead. Yes! Where's your army myth? It died. I may have died. I may have gotten killed. But now it doesn't matter. All I gotta do is keep I have to just hold the center for another minute and a half. 1 minute. Oh, hold the line! Oh, 30 seconds! 30 seconds! Never, we're gonna make it to the beach. 30 seconds. Victory. Nice. Close victory. Yeah, that was. I narrowly won the battle. That's a way of putting it. I won that battle by a technicality. Like, I would have... Yeah, Pyrrhic victory is a word. Yeah, no, I lost everybody. I lost everybody on that fight.
Victory! Settlement captured!
Ah, good old-fashioned extermination. Nothing makes me harder or happier than exterminating my enemies. Team, we got... Hey, look. I'm on Team House Stark or whatever. Oh, we have to blockade that settlement? We got that. We got that in spades. Admiral Titus. Now, let us go down here. Let's see. Who actually survived? Actually, I mean, okay, alright. A lot of them survived. I thought I lost a lot more dudes than that. Tomahawk and knife combo is one of my favorites. Like, I like Native American hand weapons. They got primitive but brutal vibe. That's because they were primitive and brutal. Like, you're not wrong about that, sir. You are 100% correct. The reason that you feel that vibe is because that's exactly what they were. They were like chipping blades out of rocks. It is horrifying. You won the battle like the Ewoks won the battle for Endor. Yeah, because oh, hello. Alicia, why are you angry? I knew a chick named Alicia. She had like the biggest titties. Oh my god. Noble Savage is a myth for a reason. They were just low-tech savages. Noble Savages is something that people just made up. There's no such thing. There's a reason why they're called savages. There's no such thing as a noble savage. There's just savage. Like, they're not Tarzan, for God's sake. Like, I mean, I've never seen a barbarian tribe of anybody be noble in any capacity, because they are savages. They are savages for a reason. Now, that may not be their fault, to an extent, Maybe their culture doesn't let them, move beyond certain things. Maybe their religious beliefs don't let them move on to certain things. But
Fleet ready.
again, I would just say, like, there are reasons why they wouldn't. All the noble tribes were slaughtered or enslaved. I would say that all the noble ones and the non-noble ones. It doesn't really matter. Eventually, all tribes are enslaved. Why are you so unhappy, guys? Like, what is pissing you off so much? That's not what I wanted. Burn My Heart at Wounded Knee had the best treatment of this kind of this movie I've ever seen. Acknowledge they weren't nice people. Yeah, no, well, because it's human nature. That's one of the things that I always get annoyed by people that want to rewrite history. Humanity is brutal as hell. Like, we like to pretend that we're not. Because if you really want to get down to it, the human condition is extremely violent and extremely bloody. It has been that way since the beginning of time. And we like to pretend in our very comfortable world in, like, the West that we don't do that. But it's true. Like, we are all very brutal people. You put us in the right conditions. Oh, thank you for following, Mr. Guns and Knives. You put the right people in the right place, in the right conditions, and they're going to become monsters. It's that simple. I mean, it's one of the same things when people say that they'll never do X. I always go, you're the first person that's going to do X. Whatever that is. And it's one of the reasons why I try not to say I will never do something, because it means that I'm going to do it. Ironically, Lord of the Flies is an accurate story. It really is. It takes a lot of moral fiber not to turn into a monster. And that is not something that we in the West have much anymore. We think that we are above our base nature, and we are not, which means the likelihood of us turning into animals during times of crises, long-term crises, it goes up higher. Imagine if you couldn't feed yourself for 2 days. Well, imagine the people that could. Imagine people that could go without eating for 2 days and be okay with it. And then imagine those people that can't miss a meal ever before they start getting nuts. That's kind of the stuff that you're looking at. You maybe can do it a day, maybe 2, and then you're going to start seeing people go nuts. Society is always 3 days from anarchy. If the electricity goes out and there's no food for 3 days, yeah, pretty much. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, just look just go YouTube. I don't even know if they have them anymore, but go YouTube videos of, like, Hurricane Katrina and just see how society breaks down. Where...
Have mercy!
What? No. We're not giving you that.
Regretfully, we must decline.
Then I don't care.
Our fleet is under attack. Roll for your
Oh, god darn it. How am I supposed to take over your settlement if you won't let me?
Fleet ready. Yes, Captain.
Fine, we'll do more of them. But no, you're not wrong. It is something that I try to make sure that I know. If I try to not say I will never do something, because I always told myself I'd never do what I do right now, and I ended up doing it. So there you go. Like, I mean, the company I work for isn't bad or anything. It's just, it was never my cup of tea, and I was like, I would never do that. I didn't say that out of malice or hatred. It just, I just never saw myself doing it, and well, here I am. No way around it now, Hurricane Katrina was terrible. Looting, roving gangs, people shooting at the police and Coast Guard trying to rescue people. Oh yeah, no, there were people that were shooting at rescue helicopters. That was great. I loved that part. Or the part where there was a cop who had he gave up trying to kind of restore peace, and some dude just ran up and shot him in the head. He just sitting on the curb, doing nothing. He literally was not doing anything, and some dude just walked up and popped him in the head. Why? Police. That's it. That was the reason. And I was just, and the really annoying part was they were bringing some of those people into my high school, and I was like, dude, no. Like, I mean, have you seen the news? Absolutely not. Get these people away from me. I don't care if it's doctored. Go away. To be fair, the cops deserve to be shot out. They were breaking into people's houses trying to steal their firearms and their property. Okay, there was that too. I'll admit. There was that too. During Katrina, they were definitely trying to do crap like that. It's like, oh no, you might not be here, so let me go ahead and get into your house so I can steal your stuff. It's like, no.
Imperator. Onward.
But still, I'm not talking about those cops. I mean, like, you know, like the cop that was just sitting on the sidewalk doing absolutely nothing, just had given up and just got shot for it. Like that's wrong. I agree, taking people's guns was wrong. Why are they so pissed off over here? What the hell? Culture penalty, negative 35. Yeah, we need to get rid of all this. We need to get rid of all this culture here. See, culture, like, diversity is not our strength. Rome Total War told me so. The video of them rolling in like a SWAT on an old woman was infuriating. I remember, I will never forget the day that I was in the locker room and we had brought in a bunch of the hood rats that had been saved, and some of them were even on the news. And we're bragging about the fact they were on the news. And there was one guy who demanded that they kick out his neighbor so that he could bring his plasma screen TV. Well, they did not, and they brought the other guy, and he, I guess, never really forgave them for that. And so one day, he sees the dude that was brought in on the helicopter. Wait, do you live in Louisiana? I do not live in Louisiana. They actually relocated a bunch of people from Louisiana to other states, where they stayed, and ruined a bunch of neighborhoods, mine at the time being one of them. And when I mean ruined them, I mean ruined them. I mean, like, they turned them into little miniature ghettos. I hated it. I absolutely despised it. Places where you could actually walk down the street turned into places where you couldn't do that anymore. Like, you could go to the corner store and buy, like, you know, gum and some other stuff, turned into a place where, like, people would hang out and they would jump people. Because that's what they could get away with it for a while. And once they started it, they just said, no, you gotta be smart about doing it. And then they just stopped, you know, being, well, I guess they never stopped being the way they were. Yeah, there's the last one. There's the last of my headaches right there. Carthago Nova. Let's do all these. But they brought these little hood rats into my I'm going to use that term because it's exactly what they were. I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm not trying to be like a racist or anything. It's that's what they were. They would come in and they would just pick fights with each other for no reason. The fact that they could. My best memory for this was that one dude did not get his plasma screen TV. That sucks. I hate that happened to your community. Hey, look, man, it happened years ago. But, you know, essentially the problems that happened then are still there today. Another good example is that you didn't really have many drugs or violent problems in that neighborhood. Now you have people that are old that can't really leave that neighborhood, that are stuck there because they can't afford to go anywhere else. And then you have massive drug and violence problems there. They used to not be that way. Now, part of that could just be culture change and just, you know, time goes on. But it was a nice community, a nice neighborhood that just got turned into trash. As a matter of fact, so that happened when I was the beginning of high school, if I'm not mistaken, get around that area. And by the end of high school, we had our first drug execution, literally 4 blocks from where I lived. And at least at that time, like I've lived in nasty neighborhoods, but that was the first one in that neighborhood where you had a straight up drug execution. And one of the parties that was present was the it was the daughter of the chief of police. So that was always nice too. Anyway, not that it matters too much. I'm not trying to complain. I was near enough to Louisiana that it could have been our neighborhood getting overrun by these people if it weren't for the city charter keeping Houston from trying to relocate people to our neck of the woods. Yeah, no, for us, they threw everything they had at us, and it ended about as poorly as you might think. But let me finish this story because it was really awful. These people when one guy who I never really met saw another dude, that the guy that he saw was the guy that was put on the helicopter instead of his plasma screen TV. He saw this dude come in, and immediately both of them just started wailing on each other. And I was like, holy crap. Like, my locker was like right next to theirs. And they just started jumping on each other. And I'm like halfway naked, and all of a sudden I'm getting shoved around. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? What is happening? Why am I getting dragged into this? Like, and then people throwing punches and shoving each other up against lockers. I was like, dude, this is gay as hell. This is so gay. But on top of that, I was like, I turned to my friend, was it Colin? Kyle? Gee, I can't remember his name now. It's been too long. And I was like, dude, what the hell happened? And he explained to me, oh, it's because of a plasma TV. And I just looked at him. And it was like one of those looks that you give somebody where you're just like, you're so angry you don't know what to say. Where you're just like, I hate these people. I hate them. And I want them to go away. Just, you're fighting over a fucking TV. You were dying of dehydration and starvation, but your main concern is a stupid fucking TV. Go back home. It's like, if that's really what you want, go back home. But yeah, they're savages. I mean, those people, yeah. But that being said, though, like, there's also another lady, like an old lady that came in who was infirm or whatever, and my mom and I kind of met her maybe 6-8 months after she arrived, and she's a little old, sweet as can be. Totally fine with her. I was like, yeah, no, absolutely. No, you could stay. We're fine with you. Like, no, you're great. It was the same assholes who didn't evacuate and they wanted everyone to save them. Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, this is going to be a hurricane party. Everything's going to be fine. Then the entire city goes underwater. I'm like, oh my god, wait, it's the consequences of my own actions. How dare I get affected by those?
Sir!
No, I was done at that point. I did not care if they had a hard time or not. And I had so many teachers told us they're just adjusting, and I was like, you don't adjust this way. Like, that's not adjusting. You know, adjusting is going from one high school to the next and not knowing anybody. That's adjusting. Adjusting is not non-stop fights all the time. I mean, we had to have, what, triple security officers after that point? Because we couldn't leave them alone for 2 minutes? Oh my god. I mean, I'd be sitting there eating lunch, and a fight breaks out. For no reason. Why? Oh, this chick said that her weave looked like bullshit or something. And I was like, are you kidding me? Dude, you people, like, it just, what are you people doing? We used to have a very nice, I say nice, I wouldn't even call it that. There was like a nice little, what do you call it? What would you call like a little garden? But it's not really a garden. It's just like, oh, there's some plants in there and like a stool or a bench to read on. It was outside. You get the same people in Houston. They've previously been flooded out and stay there and then say, I don't know how this happened or what I'm going to do when it happens the second time. I don't know, man. I mean, I know some people can't leave this situation, but good lord. It's hard for me to have sympathy for people like that. I try to, but good lord. It's hard. I have started. My brother's one of them. I have a hard time having sympathy for him. But I've got a reason to not have sympathy for him. He's a jackass. I am legally obligated to love him, not like him. Oh. But no, I mean, there would be. We had a very nice. Is arboretum? Is arboretum the word I'm looking for? It was like a place you can kind of go and be outside for a little bit and like read. And we didn't have like a really expensive high school, but we just had like that right inside the cafeteria. So you had the big cafeteria, and then off to the side of it, like almost right in the center of it, just off center, was like a little place that if you wanted to eat and go outside and read or something, you had a bench and like a little miniature tray on it. It was nice. It was nice. They smashed the windows. Why? Because they could. And we let them stay, and dude, after like a dozen of these instances, I was just like, I want to go home. I don't care. I just don't want to be here anymore. It's worse that the homesteaders gloss over the flooding there. People buy property below sea level, and they get flooded with no heads up or acknowledgement that their regular homeowners insurance won't cover it. Yeah, a quad or something. Yeah, something like that. And it wasn't used very often, but occasionally it was kind of nice. Like, oh, it's a nice day outside. I want to go eat like my pizza or something outside and like read a book, or I'm gonna go outside and like we'll do studying or whatever. Nope, that got ruined. And after they shattered the glass, they then replaced the glass and removed the door so nobody could enjoy it. And then after that, they decided that no, that wasn't good enough either, and they just ripped it all out. So instead of us having our nice little quad, they just got rid of it. I hate people. I hate people sometimes. I'm reliving horrible moments that make me just go, I hate these people so much. It's just like every now when I drive through the city, I'll see somebody like run out of their car and just run up and punch somebody on a bike, and I'm like, why? Why? Why would you do this? Like, I'm sure there's a good reason. I'm sorry, I'm sure there's a reason for it. New Orleans ghetto people are a plague. I would agree. I don't get it. My high school started getting bad by my senior year. More vandalism and graffiti. See, at least the graffiti that we had was good. Like, at least our graffiti was cool. Like, you could look at it and go, oh, that's interesting. Like, there's an interesting thing happening over there. That's a cool thing. Okay, cool. Nope. Not that graffiti. Yeah, no. Like, the graffiti we used to have was pretty cool. Now, I have to tell Geisha every now and again, the way that you tell it, the way that you tell a place is going downhill is the gas stations. And she started laughing at me, and I was like, no, seriously, it's the gas stations. If you see stuff carved into the LCD panel at a gas station, you know where things are going. And so slowly you're going to have every single one of those things carved into. You know, when somebody carves something into the LCD panel, you know where you're going. You know what's happening. It was a new building too. I think it was only about 3 years old when I started. Jeez. And so like about a year ago, maybe two, the area that I used to live in isn't that far from me. Shit is going bad around here. LCDs at the gas station, bathrooms at grocery stores all have code locks now. I don't think it's that bad here, but I saw somebody scratch something into the LCD panel at a gas station, and I looked at Geisha and I was like, I told you this was coming like a few years ago.
Let us end the bloodshed.
No, I'm not giving you anything. You can become a protectorate. I will give you map information. But I'm not giving you...
Do not take us for fools.
I am not giving you anything. It's not all of them, but this city has gone extra shitty the past 5 years.
Our fleet is under attack!
Yeah, you're not taking that from me. Sorry, guys. I control the sea whenever I want to. That's it.
Fleet ready!
Yeah, not to complain. I'm not trying to complain about everything, because I'm just telling you... I even forgot why I got onto it, honestly. I even forgot why I started complaining about it. But it's just... I don't know why that was even on my mind. I genuinely couldn't tell you now. I remember starting it, but I forgot why I started it. So I don't know about that. Asturica is not happy. They're very unhappy. They're unhappy boys and girls. Let us go teach them the ways of happiness through violence. Let's do that. Do that. Actually, let's just go straight for. Let's get some legionaries. We're gonna go straight. We're gonna go for the gold. Retium. Let's put that over here. We're gonna go straight for the gold. I want to get some legionaries up in here. They're still using Astades? Jeez. They're using gladiators. Ugh. Gladiators. Fighting next to true Romans. Ew. Slaves fighting next to soldiers. Absolutely not. Reprehensible. Disgusting. Despicable even.
Forward! March! Attack!
It's like might as well just take it. Just attack it.
Under siege, sir!
There we go. Yes, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. But you know what? Another thing I really liked about the Rome Total War Remaster is they changed they changed the game from 1 year turns to like what 4 year turns or four 4 turns per year, so instead of 1 turn per year, it's 4 turns per year. I've always liked that. It makes my generals not seem so like... Oh, jeez, kitty. Man, one of your little hairs, man, went right up my nose. Scythia. The Scythians. Known for shooting bows and arrows at people. How dare these people actually take pot shots at me? Get these slaves back to cooking our food, not fighting alongside us. Exactly! They're freaking gladiators. They should be killing each other in the arena, not doing this. As far as I know, the Romans never utilized them in the fields of battle. I'm not like... I would never consider myself a professional Roman historian, but I've read a lot of Roman history, and I like Roman history, and I have done entire excerpts on Roman history on this channel. Mostly a while ago. It's been a long time since I've done it again, and I was supposed to do it for this game playthrough, but my project will not let me do anything other than it. He's not a professional Roman historian, but he plays one on TV. Basically, yes. And as far as I know, gladiators never fought in any battle that the Roman legionaries fought in, because there is a difference. Bring back History Fridays. I would like to. The big thing right now is that I need to actually have the time to do the research. And honestly, just with this project, I get up too early and I get home too late, and there's no real downtime in between. Though I am going faster than I anticipated, so hopefully my project will be done sooner than I originally anticipated, which would be nice, which would be very nice. Legions did have slaves with them, but they cooked, cleaned, took care of the horses, menial tasks. Well, yeah, but they didn't fight. You don't hand a slave a sword for good reason. And if you do, it is in a very controlled environment. Like, so gladiators were usually slaves, or they were freemen that volunteered to do that to pay off a debt, or something along those lines. It's very rare for a free man to go into gladiatorial games for the sake of going into gladiatorial games. I mean, you had them, but it wasn't an everyday occurrence. Because not many people are willing to risk their lives so they can just be, pretend to be a soldier. And even then, most people treated their slaves okay. And I say that is not like okay as in, oh, they were treated like people. No. They didn't treat them like the way that they're always portrayed to treat them like that. You know, like, these people slept in your home. Or a very desperate situation where the slaves knew their heads were going on a chopping block if the Romans lost.
Ask me, why are we here? The answer is often
Oh,
complicated.
I like this one.
But today, we are here to kill all those bastards!
There should have been a cheer at the end of that.
Their faces may be painted blue, but their red guts spill as easily as those of other men.
The entire spiel should have ended with, "We're here to kill those bastards."
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men
Oh, look.
to fight. Archers.
Pigs! Pigs! I like that. Pigs! But you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Guns and Knives. They were there. But they weren't ever given swords.
The gates with a battering ram.
I like how these towers are completely useless. They are completely and utterly useless.
Down. Our battering ram has done its work.
Oh, hello. Is somebody attacking me? Oh god, they are attacking me. Holy crap. You know what? Let's just do it. Light them on fire. Light them on fire. I want to see what the pigs do. Come on. Get him, piggies! Get him, piggies! Burning piggies! Wait, why are the pigs running away? Oh god, am I about to burn my own unit to the ground? I might be. Oh, George, not the livestock.
General flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Well, I may have made a terrible mistake. Well, I'm gonna set those pigs on fire.
Our soldiers have captured the walls. Now is the time to press
60
on
gigabyte
and
transfer in
capture
10 minutes
this
is
place.
unacceptable. I need to work on upgrading my
The
laptop
enemy
Wi-Fi
show
again.
their true
Dude!
virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Why are you transferring 60 gigs over Wi-Fi? Smells like bacon. Yeah, well, and screaming and burning flesh. Yeah. Like, I like a good pork roast as much as anybody else, but good lord. Pigs! Myth's just working on getting his ACAB certification. Hey!
The enemy general
Hey.
flees. Press forward so
Well,
the spirit
not
of
really
his army
fleeing
is
anymore.
broken too. The enemy general is slain, and now he's
Good,
men fear us.
good.
It is time to press the attack.
Transferring a bunch of anime to my media server. Oh, that's fair. Okay, let's get all of our archers lined up. Get my Triarii up in here. I can just see like the piggy people going, "Yep, smells like bacon to me." Just like light them on fire, light the bacon. All right, let's see. Can we move you? Move you up. There we go. Just pelt them all. There we go. Play defense. Go ahead. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can't do that to a bunch of spear dudes. You're gonna get murdered there. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Attack the spears. Attack the spears with your horsies. Wi-Fi 6E, and I'll be making the same transfer in about 3 minutes. Good lord. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't just butcher a bunch of Triarii. It's a bit harder, isn't it? Ah, my freaking archers are getting massacred. Why are you being massacred? Stop it. I could even go faster. My server was limited to 2.5 gigabit. Ugh. How is it that these guys push through my spearmen? That doesn't make sense.
The enemy general is
Good.
running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
Ah, I lost
General
all
is
my
slain,
archers.
and now his men fear
No
us.
fair.
It is time to press
They did
the
it because
attack.
you're leading them. Hey, shush. 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 I plan to murder all these. I would throw down my spears too. Well, that's because you don't think... That's because spears are worthless. Like, there's a reason why everybody outfitted their army with spears. Spears are cheap. Swords are expensive. And also much harder to wield. The spear is the ultimate weapon of war. It's the easiest to maneuver. You don't have to learn it very well. It just... How do you do it? You poke stick. It's pokey stick.
Archers! Archers! Units! Units! Move!
Resistance is useless. You will be assimilated into the Empire. Exactly. Exactly. And look, they're gonna like it. Eventually, they'll like it, but it may, you know, it may take a little bit for them to get there. Piggies go! I just want to see the piggies catch on fire. I don't think I've ever used them, so I don't even know how well they're used. So, learn Yari techniques. Learn Yari techniques. I don't think that's I don't know. I like how I do that and they all just run around. Like, I don't get it. You'll be fine unless you get the sword guy inside your reach. Look. Or you just do what I do in Sekiro, okay? Yari was... I know what a Yari is. Yari Ashigaru! End battle. Now we shall execute them all. As God intended. As the gods intended. Yeah, I'm aware of the Yari. Die a lot? That's what you did in Sekiro. Well, I mean, you couldn't tell because when I played... I killed them all and they're still unhappy. What is this? Why are they unhappy because they're dead? That's not fair. You can't be unhappy because you're dead. Wow, there's like nothing here either. Dude, how is it that you're so unhappy? I just got done murdering all of you. They're Yomu now. Oh, good lord. If I was a barbarian back then, I'd want to be a Roman. When I see they got indoor plumbing. Did the Romans have indoor plumbing? I don't think they did. They're haunting your lands. Oh god. You're gonna be one of those people now, are you? They had plumbing. I don't think they had indoor plumbing.
Fleet ready.
They kind of did. I mean, I know they had the aqueducts. I don't think they had indoor plumbing though. But I mean, don't don't quote me. I was exaggerating a bit. Oh no! See, this is the thing: is that sometimes I'm like, hold on, did they? I don't think they did. I mean, they had running water, but I don't know. I mean, they kind of had running water. They had it in the they had it in the city, but like they didn't have it anywhere else. And like that was one of the things that Rome always got in trouble with, is that their water system would keep getting knocked down during an invasion. So they would always like knock down the aqueducts, then they'd have to go back and rebuild it, or they would clog up the aqueduct. They had communal toilet gutters. They did. Look, hey, during the siege of Rome, during the Gothic Wars, those sewers were clean. They had communal toilets that washed their feces away. Hey, man, that's better than what most people had.
General.
But hey, just remember, there was a time in Roman history where the sewers were so clean that water ran freely through them. Okay. The people of Rome were so hungry, they ran into the toilets and they ate all the poop. Just remember, when your life is bad, when things get down, they had communal sponges to wipe their asses too. Well, I mean, obviously you're going to have a communal sponge. I mean, don't you have an anus sponge in your house? I know I do. Don't make fun of the anus sponges, guns and knives. I'm in the feudal lords of Europe 1,000 years later with just shit in deep holes in the wall. I mean, not that I've noticed. Well, sir, you need to catch up, okay? You need to catch up to the rest of the world and join the diverse and happy cultures of the anus sponge, okay? It's more green than toilet paper. Look, just trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. It's better for you. Just try the anus sponge. He's busy powdering his butthole. Hey, man. Hey. Don't make fun of my powdered butthole, okay? Let's see. Use a foundation sponge. Ew. So, if I'm not mistaken, wait, hold on, where'd my spy go? Didn't I have a spy out here? I thought I had a spy out here. Well, whatever. We'll probably do one or two more turns, and then we're gonna call it a night. I still gotta, as much as I'm having fun, I still gotta get up early tomorrow morning. Look, if I'm putting foundation on... Oh, you know what? I got a story to tell today. I had a fun story. I had a chick today who I had to work with, and I tried to talk to her just a little bit, just to kind of like, hey, you know, because otherwise it's just awkwardly me working there, and I always think that me quietly working is more rude and awkward. And as I'm working there, she's just on her phone listening, doing whatever, so that's fine. And I guess... I've always assumed that when women walk a certain way, it's because people want to pay attention. And if you're walking like you're walking down a runway, I'm assuming people want you to pay attention to them. And after not speaking to anybody for like a solid 30 minutes, she just gets up and does like this bouncy runway walk, where like her hands are flowing behind her. She's exaggerating every single movement that she's making. And she's got a bounce to her step, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, what are you doing? Like, who are you trying to do this for? I don't understand. And like, oh man, If you're walking around with one foot in front of the other, rolling your ass, you want people to look. Well, that's what she was doing, but she was also making sure that her hands flew behind her. So she was walking like she was walking down a runway, and I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. And I don't know, like, see, this is the thing. This is why, like, this is why I enjoy having Geisha around, because she was like, she's trying to get your attention. And I'm like, I was sorry, that's hard to do sometimes. She probably went to a modeling school for a semester and thought she had to get her money worth. I mean, don't get me wrong, she was pretty. She was pretty, but just not that pretty. Not model pretty. Your Honor. Moving. Let's see. Can I do any other movement for right now? But yeah, I always enjoy people that do that because it's always funny. It's like, what are you doing? It's about height and body. You know, she's about my height, and I'm not. I'm like 6 something, like 6'2", 6'3". So she was roughly my height, maybe a little bit shorter, like about a couple of inches. So it's not like she didn't have the height for it. It's just she didn't have the ass for it though. At least, or at the very minimum, what she was wearing wasn't showing that. Let's put it that way. However, she was for some reason able to wear a crop top. Like, it was weird. It's like, this is confusing to me. Like, why are you wearing this here? Let's get that going. Ballistas. 5'8" and up is tall for women. What I'm saying is they were after tall women who were slender and not outright ugly. No, she wasn't outright ugly. Absolutely not. No. Until the fatties took over. Fatties ruin everything. Don't become fat. Fatties ruin everything. You heard it here first. I agree, though. They really do. Look, that's why you can't be on water slides anymore, because there's a weight limit, and because you always exceed the weight limit, you can't be there anymore. Alright, we're gonna call it a night. I think I've offended enough people tonight and made enough enemies and told enough stories that would probably make some people very angry at me for being angry at other people. We didn't make it as far as I wanted to tonight, but we did take over most of Britain. I say most of. We took over all of Britain. Now we gotta take over Ireland. Which shouldn't be that hard. Tsunami wave risk. I love that video of the chick who lost her shit because she was over the weight limit of the water slide and they told her she couldn't ride. Well, it's like, ma'am, you might get stuck in the tube. You know.
Have mercy.
No. You can become a protector, but you're not going to be anything else.
Regretfully, we must decline.
She went whining to the media about them protecting her from herself. More like she might fall off or damage something. You just see, like, it's one of those little tubes that you just see, like, float back and forth because there's just so much stuff there. That'd be great. Dude. Like, why are y'all so pissed off? Like, I don't get it. Why are you so angry? Okay, now let's see if I can drop these guys off. I have an army that needs to go take over a settlement, okay? I don't have time for this. Let's do one of these, 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 one of these. Yeah, that'll queue me up for quite a while. And then Augustus Gloop got stuck in the tube at Willy Wonka at the Chocolate Factory. He did, and he did not learn his lesson. Because he continued to do that. He never learned that because he drowned in the chocolate. Which, by the way, became a legitimate fear of mine when I saw that movie. Is I became fearful of drowning in anything, including chocolate. Because like every time I saw that, it would give me like a small anxiety attack where I'm like, I don't want to be stuck in a tube. There must be like pumps underneath the, like, you know, there must be pumps underneath the pool. The pumps can pull me into the thing and I'm going to die. There we go. Need to take Myth out swimming out into the deep ocean. Hell no. Dude, I haven't, like... See, when we go swimming, I'm just tall enough to just walk down, like, everything. So unless it's like 8 foot deep, I mean, I can't get there, but like I can just walk the entire pool. I don't think I've had to swim in forever. No, thank you. I have no interest in going swimming out in the ocean, the deep ocean. Hell no. Plus, it's cold. I don't like cold water. Not the scary tunnel with images of bugs crawling on people's faces and chickens getting their heads chopped off. No, that didn't bother me too much. That part, I just thought that was a bad drug trip, is what that was. Throw a myth in the deep end of the Olympic pool. Oh, but I see it's an Olympic pool. I could swim that. Like that's fine. I won't like it, but I can swim it if I have to. "22 feet deep or so." You know, I am not 22 feet tall. I am not a biblical giant. I am not a literally walking incarnate of hatred and fury. I want to keep playing. I like this game, but it's time to go to bed. I gotta go to bed. I'm gonna keep. If I do this, I'm gonna keep going. It's funny to see how it just plunges once you get to the deep end. No, I'm good. Like the deep end should not be 22 feet. There is nobody that is 22 feet tall. Either way it goes. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with me tonight. I really appreciate it. I enjoy having you all around and us talking about stupid crap. I was just mostly planning on focusing on Total Warfare tonight, but we didn't do that. If you're diving off a 10-meter platform, you want it. I mean, maybe. Now when I see the movie, I just mentally bash Grandpa Joe for faking being a bedridden for 20 years. See, that's another thing. Grandpa Joe is like, oh no, I can't work, and then he's able to move around. Have a good night, Guns and Dice. Have a good night, Fokker. Have a good night, DC, Jared, and Blue. Have a wonderful night. I will see you on Wednesday. Take it easy.